You know, we're entering the spring market and I'm seeing a lot of inventory that has held over from last year. And so I know that a lot of sellers are wondering, is my property overpriced? And it's a tough question. And a lot of times we don't want to hear the answer because it's a lot more fun when the market is a seller's market and not a buyer's market. But there is a way to look at the data, remove the emotions from it, and take a good hard look at your listing to figure out what your situation might be. So, number one, if you're getting no showings or just maybe 3 showings, 0 to 3 showings in the first couple of weeks that your property is on the market, that is a red flag. That tells me that your property is likely about 10% or maybe more overpriced. Buyers are not coming to your property to look because you're not in the market for what their expectation is for the type of property that you're selling against the competition. Okay, so now let's look at if you have 3 to 5 showings. Okay, so if you have, 5 showings in the first couple of weeks, that tells me that your property is in range, but it's about 5% overpriced. And what your property is doing is it's helping your neighbor's property sell up the street, which they really appreciate, but not what we are trying to do. Now, what's trickier is when you've had 10 showings or more in the first 2 weeks you're on the market and you're not getting offers. So what does that mean? Well, that tells me that there's something else going on with your property. Either the presentation isn't quite what buyers are expecting, the features aren't what they're expecting, maybe it's outdated, maybe the marketing is not very good. So there are some other things there that aren't pricing related necessarily because people are coming in the door, right? But they're not making you an offer. So that tells us that there's something else going on with the property that needs to be resolved. All of that aside, if you have questions about your property, it's not getting the attention that you feel like it deserves, or you're preparing for market and you want to make sure that your pricing expectations are in alignment with the market, because in today's market, it's really important. It is not the seller's market of 2020, y'all. Even if your property is priced 5% too high, you're likely not going to get the result that you want. So pricing is super important. As always, I am here to be a resource. You can drop me a message, you can give me a call, you can drop me an email, and I'm happy to respond. I'm here to help. All right, y'all take care. Bye.